Grand Rising Kings, Queens, in betweens. It's time to rise and thrive, if you know what I mean. And today I wanted to share with you a special message on how to overcome your fear, your anxiety, your doubt, and to be able to go after what it is that you truly desire and deserve in this life. And one of the main things that I think a lot of people forget, which is why we give into fear, why we give into not giving our best and to actually take a leap of faith into trying something new, maybe something we're passionate about, is this. Remember that one day you are no longer going to be here. One day you are going to die. No one is impervious to their expiration date. No matter how wealthy you are, no matter your status in this society, no matter where you're from, the color of your face, the sound of your voice, your gender, whatever it may be, no one is impervious to death. So what are you doing while you're here? The simple question that a lot of people struggle to answer because we never truly sit with ourselves long enough to figure out what it is we want. What are you not doing that you should be doing? What are you doing that you know deep down you should not be doing? Who are you? Are you living out of passion? Are you living out of fear? Which, by the way, in regards to Les Brown, is false evidence appearing real. One day, if you live to be old and gray, potentially, you'll pray to have this day back. No matter how much fear you have in this moment, no matter how much anxiety, no matter how much financial disparity you may be experiencing right now, one day you're going to wish you had this time back. So while you're here, what are you going to do with the time that you have? I think that's the thing people forget. We waste so much beautiful time. We trade our life for money. We trade our life for things we can't even take with us when we're gone. We're literally playing a game. Some people believe that and they free themselves from it. Other people continue to ignore and disregard that truth. And instead, they continue to walk the path that is leading down a road of unfulfillment. You've got to remember that you are somebody. That your existence is gonna go as quick as it came. But while you're here, you still get to experience these amazing moments in this amazing life. Gratitude is something that is going to completely change how you feel every single day. Your gratitude, your ability to develop, to grow into who you're becoming and who you want to be. There are so many stories out there of people who died with their music still in them, in a sense, in the words of Wayne Dyer. That was one of the best things that I ever heard in a Wayne Dyer speech was, don't die with your music still in you. And it stuck out to me because so many people do. I'm sure you've heard it 1,000,001 times, just regurgitated through all these big motivational influencers that stole it from other people. But it's true. The best ideas, the wealthiest place is in the graveyard where people let their dreams go. Where people died with their thoughts, their creative desires, their passions, their abilities, their potentiality, and all these other things, man. It really is true. No matter how many people have said it. And I think if you can just kind of dial it back on how emotionally charged you are on a regular basis and instead just breathe. Just a deep breath in. Hold it. And a slow exhale out. You see me do it in some of these videos and it's true. Just take a few of those deep breaths, hold it in for a few seconds, slowly let it out. You do that over a period of a minute and a half, you are gonna rock your world and be so much better than you were before you started doing that. It's wild how we really do have the control to calm ourselves in, a torrential storm, so to speak. You gotta remember to have faith through the process of what you believe you are worthy of receiving. Walk by faith, not by sight. In the words of Eric Thomas, I believe, there are so many examples of people who overcame some of the most unimaginable tragedies to only come out on the other side blossoming like Tupac related, a rose growing through the concrete. How beautiful is that? I mean, in an unstable, unsuitable environment, yet a rose still grew through that pavement. I mean, it's something of beauty. And I just wish more people would believe in themselves. I wish that you would believe more in yourself and let go of all the things that aren't doing anything good for you. I understand that we all got to work a job and do something, but to allow other people to really impact how we feel about what we do and who we are and, what we dedicate our life and time to, that's not on anybody else. That's on you. Stop letting people control you. If you're emotionally charged, there's ways to counteract it and combat against it, and it's getting to know yourself better. It's getting to unlock a new level of clarity and intuition and follow that and understand that, like I said at the beginning of this video, one day you're not going to be here. One day you're going to die. The people that you love are still going to live on, but you will no longer be here. What are we going to do with the time that we have? That's on you. I know that this life can seem unbearable at times. I know that this life can seem more of a burden than a blessing at times, but you're also the one looking at it through that scope. You're the one taking on that perspective. No one's forcing you. That's you willingly looking at the negatives and allowing them to charge that fire or that fuel of that fire that you want to put out. Doing so is like trying to pour gasoline on a fire to put it out. It will never happen. It'll only make it worse. So like I said, one day you're no longer going to be here. What are you doing with the life that you still have that so many other people wish they could get back? You got to remember that you're not being targeted in this life. Life is not happening to any of us. We're all experiencing it on different levels and different magnitudes, but we're experiencing it nonetheless. Fear is nothing more than false evidence appearing real, in the words of Les Brown, like I already said, but I need to beat that into your head because you got to understand that the more we allow our insecurities to rule our potentiality, the further away from really experiencing this beautiful life we become. Right now, you're probably stunting your own growth and you know it, but you continue to do it every day. Why? Give yourself the opportunity to be free. There was a beautiful story, and I'll share it really quickly, from Wayne Dyer, and it's the story of two parrots. This gentleman, whatever that doctor is that goes into the jungle and takes animals to study them and things like that, he went over to the jungle and he got this beautiful parrot, managed to get it, managed to bring it home, put it in a cage, and, treated it beautifully, fed it, gave it the water, all the amenities you could ever imagine, right? And next thing you know, this doctor said, hey, because the parrot could speak, said, I'm going back over to the jungle. Is there anything you'd like for me to tell, your friends while I'm there? And the parrot said, tell them that I'm very happy in my cage and I'm living a good life. Said, all right, I got you. Went over to the jungle, looked up at one of the parrots, told him that exact news. All of a sudden, the parrot on the tree, tears welted up in its eyes. The parrot keeled over and the parrot fell to its demise. The doctor was shocked. The professor said, oh my goodness, I can't believe that. So he ended up leaving, he went back home to his parrot in his beautiful cage. And the parrot said, what was the message that parrot gave me? The doctor told him that. And as soon as he told the parrot that, tears welted up in that parrot's eyes in the cage. He cried and then he keeled over and he fell into his death and he ended up being there unconscious in the cage. And the doctor said, oh my God, they must have had such a deep connection for each one of them to pass like this. So the doctor took the cage outside, opened the door, freed the parrot onto the step where it would then lay in its peaceful forever rest. Next thing you know, the parrot woke up, flew up to the top of the tree, went to the branch, and the doctor said, what, you're alive? I thought you died. What happened? He said, thank you for bringing me the message from my fellow brother. And that right there was the way of saying, don't die with your music still in you. Die while you're still here in order to live a free life. So take that with you as you embark on this new day, as you begin to start a little bit more feeling emotionally charged, remember this right here, that it's okay. It's going to be okay. No amount of financial despair is going to kill you. It is what it is. You can overcome anything. You can gain money. You can lose money. You can always replace things, but you can't replace you. So take this fundamental knowledge, take this message, and apply it to your life, understanding that you deserve to be here. Not only that, you deserve to experience it on a monumental, beautiful level. So thank you so much for taking time out of your life to listen to these words. I hope they influenced you in a beautiful way. Feel encouraged to share this video with someone you know. Consider hitting the subscribe button on the way out, as it is free and helps me. And thank you so much for listening. Until next time, have an incredible day. This is Matty Pace saying one life, one love. I'm out. Stay beautiful, because you already are that.